Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. The classic image of archaeology is an intrepid explorer in a dusty landscape, guided by an old map and a shovel. But that picture is being redrawn. An electrifying current of innovation is surging through this age-old discipline, creating what we might call a digital necropolis. Today, archaeologists are digital prospectors, armed with lasers, satellites, and the very building blocks of life. They are peering through the veil of time to uncover lost tombs and rewrite history. Forget the shovel and brush alone. We're talking about a technological revolution that would have been pure science fiction to Howard Carter when he found Tutankhamun's tomb a century ago. So let's journey into the heart of this revolution and explore the groundbreaking tools that are waking the ghosts of the past. First, we're taking to the skies. The search for lost tombs has gone orbital. Remote sensing technologies, which gather information from a distance, have become one of the most powerful tools in the modern archaeologist's toolkit. These eyes in the sky can spot subtle clues completely invisible to a person on the ground, revealing the ghostly footprints of ancient civilizations. Leading this charge is satellite archaeology, pioneered by people like Dr. Sarah Parcak. Using high-resolution satellite imagery, her team has identified thousands of potential archaeological sites around the world. Just in Egypt, they've located 17 potential pyramids and over 1,000 tombs. But how does it work? It's not just about taking a high-quality photo from space. Satellites equipped with multispectral sensors can see light beyond our visible spectrum, like infrared. These sensors detect tiny variations in vegetation, soil moisture, and composition. For example, a buried stone wall from an ancient temple might retain less moisture than the surrounding soil. This affects the health of the plants growing above it. You wouldn't notice it walking by, but in an infrared image, it can appear as a faint, geometric outline, the ghost of a building. By processing these images, archaeologists can make the invisible visible. This technology was famously used to rediscover the full extent of the ancient Egyptian city of Tanis. While the city's location was known, its true size was hidden beneath layers of silt. Using infrared imagery, Dr. Parcak and her team mapped out the entire forgotten network of streets, houses, and temples, revealing a massive urban center. Similarly, satellite imagery helped locate the legendary lost city of Ubar in Oman, a fortress long thought to have been swallowed by the desert sands. While satellites give us the big picture, another technology, LiDAR, gives us revolutionary detail. LiDAR stands for Light Detection and Ranging. You mount a LiDAR system on a plane or a drone, and it fires millions of laser pulses at the ground, measuring the time it takes for each pulse to bounce back. This creates an astonishingly accurate 3D map of the terrain. But here's where it gets magical for archaeology. LiDAR's true power is its ability to perform a kind of digital deforestation. By filtering out the laser returns that bounce off trees and vegetation, archaeologists can create a bare earth model of the ground beneath. This peels back the jungle canopy to reveal what's been hidden for centuries. This has completely transformed our understanding of the Maya civilization in Central America. In the dense jungles of Guatemala, LiDAR unveiled a vast, interconnected network of over 60,000 previously unknown structures. We're talking pyramids, palaces, defensive walls, and massive causeways linking cities. The sheer scale of this discovery forced a total re-evaluation of Maya society. It wasn't just a few isolated city-states. It was a complex, highly organized civilization with a population far larger than anyone had imagined. At the Maya city of Caracol in Belize, LiDAR revealed an urban landscape that dwarfed previous estimates. This isn't just for jungles, either. In Ireland, LiDAR surveys uncovered a 500-year-old megalithic tomb hidden under a peat bog. In New England, It's being used to map the stone wall remains of 18th century settlements that have been reclaimed by forests. After spotting a promising site from the air, the next step is to see what's actually under the ground. In the past, this meant one thing: start digging. But digging is destructive. Once you excavate a site, it's gone forever. Today, archaeologists have a suite of technologies to see beneath the surface, without disturbing a single grain of sand. These are called geophysical surveys. The most widely used is ground-penetrating radar, or GPR. It works a bit like a sonar, but instead of sound, it sends pulses of high-frequency radio waves into the ground. It then records the echoes that bounce back from buried objects or changes in soil layers. The time it takes for an echo to return tells you the depth of a feature, and the strength of the echo can indicate what it's made of, like a stone wall versus a buried wooden post. GPR has been incredibly effective in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. It's been used to map the subsurface geology, helping to identify promising locations for undiscovered tombs. It helped confirm the existence of a tomb designated KV64, and it's been used to explore the Valley of the Mummies, where it successfully located cavities filled with beautifully preserved Roman-era mummies. Alongside GPR, archaeologists use other methods like magnetometry, which measures tiny variations in the Earth's magnetic field. A buried brick kiln or a ditch filled with topsoil will have a different magnetic signature than the surrounding Earth. Then there's electrical resistivity, which passes a small electrical current through the ground. A buried stone wall will resist the current more than the soil around it. By combining these techniques, archaeologists can build a detailed 3D map of what lies underground, allowing them to target their excavations with surgical precision and minimize damage to the site. But perhaps the most mind-bending technology for peering into the past is muon tomography. This is straight out of science fiction. It uses naturally occurring subatomic particles called muons. Muons are created when cosmic rays from deep space slam into our atmosphere, and they are showering down on us all the time. They are highly energetic and can penetrate deep into solid rock. Here's the idea. If you place highly sensitive detectors inside or around a massive structure, like one of the Great Pyramids, you can track the path of these muons. If there is a void or an empty chamber inside the pyramid, more muons will pass through that area than through the solid stone. This creates a sort of cosmic ray shadow, allowing scientists to map the internal structure without drilling a single hole. The most famous use of this is the Scan Pyramids project. In 2017, they announced the discovery of a massive, previously unknown void above the Grand Gallery in the Great Pyramid of Giza. More recently, they identified a hidden corridor near the pyramid's entrance. These discoveries, made without touching the ancient monument, are astonishing and demonstrate the incredible potential of this technology to reveal secrets while preserving our heritage. Now that we can find and map these tombs with incredible precision, the technological revolution continues. Digital tools are now used to document, analyze, and share these findings with the world. This is where the digital necropolis really comes to life. Using techniques like photogrammetry and 3D laser scanning, archaeologists create hyper-realistic digital models of tombs and artifacts. Photogrammetry involves taking thousands of overlapping photos and using software to stitch them into a 3D model. Laser scanning does something similar, but uses a laser to create a point cloud of millions of precise measurements. These digital replicas, like the one made of Tutankhamun's tomb, are more than just pretty pictures. They are invaluable research tools. Archaeologists can study the construction of the tomb, analyze the brushstrokes on a fragile wall painting, and even simulate how the tomb looked when it was first sealed, all from a computer. These models are also crucial for conservation, allowing researchers to monitor the condition of a fragile site without having to physically enter it and risk damage. This then leads to the next level, virtual reality. By putting on a VR headset, you can step inside these digital reconstructions and explore them as if you were actually there. Imagine walking through the painted chambers of a pharaoh's tomb, a place that is closed to the public to protect it. This technology is revolutionizing public engagement with archaeology, but it's also a powerful research tool. Scientists can virtually reassemble broken pottery or test different theories about how a tomb was used. It allows for a level of interactive analysis that was impossible before. Yet, for all this technology, the central goal of archaeology remains to understand people. And the most powerful tool for unlocking the personal stories of the dead is ancient DNA, or ADNA. The field of archaeogenetics, which combines archaeology and genetic analysis, has exploded in recent years. Scientists can now extract and sequence DNA from bones and teeth that are thousands of years old. This genetic code reveals a wealth of information about an individual's ancestry, physical traits, family relationships, and even their diseases. One of the most amazing applications is reconstructing ancient family trees. In a landmark study, scientists analyzed the remains of people buried in a 700-year-old Neolithic tomb in Britain. The DNA analysis revealed that most of the individuals were from 5 continuous generations of a single extended family, giving us an unprecedented snapshot of kinship and burial practices in a prehistoric community. In Egypt, ADNA analysis helped solve lingering questions about the famous 18th dynasty. It confirmed the parentage of the boy king Tutankhamun and revealed evidence of genetic disorders, likely from generations of inbreeding, that may have contributed to his poor health and early death. It even solved the mystery of the 2 brothers, 2 high-status Egyptians buried together, whose skeletons looked very different. DNA proved they were, in fact, half-brothers, sharing the same mother. Ancient DNA can even diagnose ancient diseases. By screening for the genetic material of pathogens, scientists have found evidence of tuberculosis and malaria in Egyptian mummies. This not only tells us about the health of ancient people, but helps us track the evolution of diseases over millennia. Of course, this technological revolution isn't without its challenges. The very power that allows archaeologists to find sites so easily also makes them more vulnerable. Looters can use GPS and satellite imagery to pinpoint and plunder ancient tombs before they can be protected. It's a desperate race against time. There are also profound ethical questions. Who owns the digital data of a tomb? How should we respectfully handle the analysis of ancient human remains, especially when the results might impact the identities and beliefs of living descendant communities? These are complex issues that archaeologists are grappling with right now. Despite these challenges, the future of archaeology is undeniably digital. We are entering a new golden era of discovery. Artificial intelligence and machine learning will soon be sifting through vast datasets from satellites and radar to identify sites even more efficiently. Fleets of tiny autonomous robots might one day survey and even excavate sites with minimal intervention. The virtual necropolis will continue to expand, preserving our shared heritage and making it accessible to everyone. The quest for lost tombs has always been a human journey, fueled by a deep curiosity to connect with our ancestors. The tools are changing, becoming more powerful and less invasive. But the fundamental drive to understand our past remains the same. The digital necropolis isn't just a collection of data. It's a new bridge to the past, a testament to our relentless pursuit of the stories that lie buried, waiting to be told.